Hi, I'm Marcos Ortiz, and today I'm going to be talking about the process controls strategy. Over the years, we have tackled process controls in individual ways at each of our sites. Although some of the solutions have been effective, some have been suboptimal, and it is time that we start sharing best practices across our sites. Since last spring, we started a Riverview process controls pilot. And the purpose of this pilot was to determine what were the resources it was going to take in order to be able to effectively execute process controls at our sites. And what we learned is, one, we do not have dedicated resources that are required in order to fully execute in this space, therefore leading to a lack of velocity and execution. Two, each of our sites requires some customized code, although the infrastructure for the process control solutions is relatively similar. And what we also learned is that we need more robust instrumentation and analyzers in our sites in order to have accurate data for our processes.
My name is Chris Hegemo, and I am the GM at the Riverview facility. Over the past 6 months, through the controls pilot here at the site, as well as through ideas that have been submitted in WAVE, we have identified over $30 million of production-related improvements. But more than anything, what we've learned over the last 6 months is we've seen a future for how we can operate, where we bring 21st century technology into our operations. This has benefits to our people by simply giving them a safer working environment, where we can use more engineering controls instead of relying only on administrative. It also benefits our employees by giving them better skills and better tools and better systems to be able to do their jobs and to be more relevant in the 21st century. It benefits our communities by improving our startups and shutdowns and our risks that we take in those efforts, as well as during our normal operations. It benefits our customers by giving them higher quality product, and really benefits our premium product lines. And finally, it benefits our shareholders by allowing us to produce more tons at lower cost, and thereby improving our bottom line.
Since I've arrived here, what I've really focused on is two things: people and processes. And that's kind of the spirit of transformation. If you really work those two things, some of our results, tons, quality, cost efficiency, all come together. Our vision for process control is a key enabler to bring all of that energy and activity together by promoting the stability of the process and the predictability of the process. If you get those two things right, manufacturing just becomes a bellwether for greater things to come.
Hi, my name is Lauren Balaban, and I'm leading a quality control project here at Riverview. Part of that project is implementing process controls in the number 6 production plant. And we've seen 3 main benefits so far. One is just a respect for the controls, that they actually do work. Getting the operator buy-in is crucial. Second is making the operators believe that the controls actually make their job easier, not harder. And then third is that troubleshooting becomes much easier. If you streamline or stabilize many process attributes, it makes it much easier to troubleshoot the one that's out of control, causing the downstream instability.
So our next steps are to deploy a fully dedicated team to process controls. The methodology that we decided to adopt is called Scrum. You may be wondering, what is Scrum? What Scrum is a process that allows a team to come together that has all the resources required in order to execute a project or a product in a very quick time frame. These time frames are called sprints, and they're usually between 1 to 3 weeks. Our team will have various roles. One, it'll have a process engineer. The process engineer will be responsible for creating the KPIs and tracking them and leveraging our asset framework systems and Pi. That is more of the data science component. The second role would be the process controls engineer. They will be responsible for developing the controls methodology that will be executed in this space. Then we will have an instrumentation engineer. The instrumentation engineer will be responsible for focusing on new instruments and analyzers that we can adapt for real-time process control. Then we will have an automation specialist lead role, when they will be the ones that will be implementing the actual code into our PLCs. And lastly, we will also have an operational lead role. Their job will be to implement our MOC process and ensure that our SOPs and trainings are done across the teams that we go and interact with. Additionally, there will be other roles that will come in ad hoc, such as a representative from our operations group, in addition to E&I techs and perhaps PSM coordinators and so forth. The next 6 months we will be deploying solutions at a very rapid pace at Riverview and New Wales. Our goal will be to minimize variability in our key process indicators. And I look forward to working with our Scrum team to implement 21st century technology in our process to win in the 21st century.